Dear friends, in this video we are going to do one machine on the Van Hub, which is Violator 1. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can download it. From my point of view, this machine is a very good one, which involves a variety of techniques from the password cracking to Metasploit framework. Even we need to configure port forwarding with the Metasploit. So there are a lot to take in this machine. Before we move forward, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch into the Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target with NetDiscover utility. As you can see, the IP address of the target could be discovered as 254. Then we need to do the port scanning with Nmap. To save time, I've already done that earlier. As you can see, I use the options of the SceneScan, Version Scan, Default Script Scan, and also the Comprehensive Scan with the option of -P-, and followed by the uppercase PN not to do the live testing. Output the result into this file with option of ON. From the Nmap scanning, we can tell that the target has two open ports. The first one is 21, which is running FTP service, and also the version information. Maybe this version has a vulnerability. Later, we can use such as Sprite utility. Sorry, my bad. And the next one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information, which is Apache 2, right? So what we are going to do next, we need to use such as Sprite utility to see whether this version of Pro FTPD has vulnerability or not. As you can see, it does have. Even the Metasploit has a module for this vulnerability. So this would be the most preferable way to do. Okay, so let's launch our Metasploit console to see whether we can utilize the Metasploit to penetrate into the machine. And we can search Pro FTPD, and then we can use the force module. And we can paste in here. We can use the default payload, and then we can show options. We can set the local host to our Kali Linux. Set local port number to 555. Set the remote host to the target. Set the, I think nothing else we need to configure, so we just run. However, failure copying PHP payload to website path. Directory not writable. Yeah, maybe we can change the directory of the site path to var www. You know, normally we will put the files of the site into this directory and then run it again. This time it looks like it's working, right? Exactly. However, no session was created. So if you think it would be very easy to get initial foothold by running Metasploit, you will be wrong. So for now, we can exit from the Metasploit console. So next, we need to do the web application immersion, right? And let's do the immersion manually first. We can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. Yeah, we got the page back. If you want, you can save the picture to the Kali Linux to see whether there is any hidden data inside the picture. However, nothing we can get in this case. To save time, I will not to do that. And also, we can check the source code of this page. Here, there is one comment, and we can copy this URL onto our notebook. Of course, I've already done that earlier. So maybe this is the hint left by the author, which allow us to create the word list, for example, like passwords word list. Anyway, we need to check whether this site has robots file or not. Not found. Next, we can use Nikto to do the enumeration with the target. In this case, we cannot get anything interesting or useful from the Nikto. And next, we can use GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. And the dir command, dir, what I'm typing. And we need to specify the target URL. And then autocomplete. I don't think we can get anything besides this default page index file. To save time, I will not wait. So I think each time we need to come back to the FTP service. Again, we can cut out the map because we already know that this target has mod copy vulnerability. Maybe we cannot do this exploitation automatically with the Metasploit. We need to exploit this vulnerability manually. How to do? We can use netcat and to connect to the target, and we can use the command site copy from, and the file I'm interested in is password file as usual. Yeah, no error. And then we can run site copy to, because we can access the website by browser. So we want to copy the file from the source to the www root directory. Okay, var www html. We can use the same file name. No error. Copy successful, right? So how to do? We need to access this file by the browser password file. As you can see, it's done. Or you can use, maybe I can use the Q command to retrieve the password file. And from this file, we can tell that this target has 4 normal users, DG, and also this one, MG, and AF, AW, which ID number is bigger than 1000 or equal to 1000. So next we can create the user dictionary. I've already done that earlier. Maybe I need to remove, not this one, remove the blank. Okay, right, and quit. And then we can cut out this user name dictionary. Next, we need to get, of course, you can use RockQ word list, but I think this will not work. Maybe. And we can utilize the hint left by the author. Yeah, this website. I've already opened up this wiki. And this, you know, the Viter is some sort of album, consists of different songs. And we can put or extract the names of such songs and create the word list. Of course, we need to remove all spaces. And also, I'd like to transform or make all words to be lowercase, okay? And to save time, I've already done that earlier. As you can see, all words comes from this website, this page. Next, we can use Hydra to crack the password for the FTP. And we can use the uppercase L to specify the username dictionary and the password dictionary, and followed by the surface and the target information. Because this word list is very small, this will not take a long time to finish. As you can see, we got the result. And for me, I just want to extract the username and the passwords. So how to do? We can, I can vim creds, and we can copy these lines and paste them in here and cut out this file, and then we can cut out and we can use awk to extract specific column. Yeah, this column and this column. Okay, and I'd like to autocomplete, so this is better, and we can copy and note it down to our notebook. Since we have already got the valid combinations of username and password, then we can log in to the target with FTP, and we can mg, and we can copy the password. It's done, and we are in the home directory of user mg. So what do we have to do? We need to get the initial for the hold. How? We need to upload the PHP reverse shell file to the target. So how we can use the technique what I have already demonstrated. Okay, so how to? I've already got this PHP reverse shell file ready, and you can cut out this file, which you can get it from Pentest Monkey website. And after you download it, you need to change the IP address of the attacking machine and port number if you want as well. So next, we need to, because we have already logged into the target via FTP, and we can put shell. And next, we need to access this file by the browser to get the shell, right? And so we need to use the vulnerability mod copy vulnerability again. Site copy from home mg shell PHP file, and no error, copy to the root directory of the site www.html. We can use the same file name, no error. So then we can set up the listener on the Kali Linux, and then we go to the browser, access this reverse shell file, shell PHP. No error. We have already got the shell originated from the target, and we need to spawn the bash session. To do that, we need to check the version of the Python on the target. Python 2 is available on the target, and we can import pty module and spawn the bash session. Since we have already got the credentials, maybe we need to test whether such credentials are reused by the systems, right? So we can switch to mg, and we can copy the password from here, from my notebook, paste in here. It does work. Also, we can check whether we can switch the shell to other users. I think so. Oh, AF. And we can make some local immersion, nothing interesting, ID, and then we can switch to the next user, AW. We can copy the password AW and paste in here. ID, you belong to the users group, hint. Yeah, you're getting close. Can you crack the final enigma? Okay, and the next one, can su2dg ID. Okay, wonderful. Even this user DG belong to the sudo group. It means that we can run sudo. Yeah, we can. And we can run the pro ftpd. So this must be the different from the FTP surface, what we have already seen in during the map, right? And we can go to the home directory bd as yes, some directory. It looks like very similar to the default Linux installation. And we can go to the bin, or not bin, we should go to the sbin, right? Go to the sbin, and then we can run this binary. For now, if we check the active port number, only 21 and 80 are open, right? However, if we go to the etc, we get this pro ftpd conf. Even from this configuration, we can know that this service is running on the port number 2121. However, from this command, we know that this target right now doesn't have port number 2121 open, right? So maybe we need to run sudo and copy. Yeah, and then we can check the active ports number again. This time 2121 is open. However, this port is only accessible locally. And can we log in to this FTP service anonymously? Anonymous. Login failed. So this service similarly doesn't allow anonymous login. However, we got the version information. This is this confirm our earlier guess. This is different, totally different FTP service. We can copy and we can open up another tab to see whether there is any vulnerability for this version. Backdoor command execution. Wonderful. Even maybe I can zoom in the terminal so it will be bigger. And we can launch our Metasploit console. Wait a moment. Because this surface, this port number is only accessible locally. It means that even the Metasploit has this module for this, for this vulnerability. However, for now we cannot run it. We need to make port forwarding first. To enable port forwarding with Metasploit, we need to upgrade or need to spawn the Metasploit session. So how to do? We need to generate the payload first, Metasploit payload first. We can open up and I can zoom in. So we can use MS Venom. And I'd like to autocomplete this command. Yeah, if you don't know how to specify the payload type, you can use the help of the MSF Venom. And you can use a grip. I have already demonstrated this technique very often, so I will not go through it again. And specify the local host and the local port number. And the format is, file type is raw. Okay, let's press enter. Usually, of course, we have already got the shell, right? And usually we can set up the web server on the Kali Linux by Python to upload this payload, right? So how to do? We can use we can navigate to the temp directory. We can however, wget is currently not installed. So how about Q? Q is not available as well. So of course, there will be other ways available. For example, we can use SCP, or maybe we can use the same technique, use the vulnerability of the mod copy to upload. Maybe I can, I like to use it this way, okay? So how to, and we have already, the session is active. We can put the met, no error. Then we can connect again, and we can cite copy from the home met PHP file and cite copy to the var HTML. We can use the same file name, no error. So next we can set up the handler. We can use exploit multi handler. We can set the payload. Of course, this payload has to be the same as this one. We can copy, and then we can set localhost to our Kali Linux. Set local port number. This port number must be the same as this one. And then we can run it. So the reverse TCP handler has started up. So now we can go to the browser to access the Metpreter payload. Press enter. It's working, no problem. Metpreter session 1 opened. And then we need to set up the port forwarding at, and we can use the uppercase L to, we can use help port. We can use port and add localhost number. We can use the same port number on the Kali Linux. And we need to specify the remote port number, 2121. Okay, no error. And then we need to background this Metpreter session by pressing the keys Control and Z. And then we can search pro FTPD. We can use, this backdoor exploit. Then because we have already set up the port forwarding, now I think we can run this module, no problem. We can show options. We need to set the local host. We need to set the payload to, the reverse PO. And then we show options again. We set the local host to our Kali Linux. Set local port number. We need to use different port number. For example, 80. Which doesn't matter, right? Maybe we can use another one, 77. Make sure no conflict. And we need to set remote host to the local host because we have already set up the port forwarding. Set local port number to 2121. And then we just run it. Hopefully we can get another shell which should belong to the root user. It's sending command shell session to open ID. Yeah, wonderful. We get the root shell, and we can, of course, we can spawn the bash session. Pty spawn. And we can list, we can navigate to root directory. We can get the root flag. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You know, in this video, I have already showcased so many very useful techniques. For example, like a Hydra, for example, like a Metasploit, for example, like a MSF Vellum. I hope you can enjoy it. And that's it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.